Hi there, welcome back. Thanks for coming back to Priestess and Medium Rosalind. It is time for another Twin Flame Soulmate reading. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and find out how to get in touch with me below for your own personal private reading. For the month of May, I am running a special for any in-depth love reading. It's only $44 to honor all the beautiful mothers, right? Because we need mothers on earth. We need mothers on earth just as much as we need goddesses and masculine on earth, right? Let's take a closer look here. I'm doing an in-depth reading on possible blockages, but more so, what is it that needs to be healed? What is the trauma that may be going on a continuum between you and your soulmate, you and your twin flame? There's so many of us that feel like we can't even talk about the issue and the topic fully. It feels like sometimes you may be triggered. There may be like a trauma attached just to being on this whole soulmate twin flame circus. As Spirit is calling it, a circus. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like a journey. You know, sometimes it feels that you're really obsessing, or that you may feel a little bit alone in this whole ride that you're taking together, all in the name of love, you know, with your twin flame and your soulmate. Some of you, you may not even claim this person as your twin flame. You know, you may just feel that this is a soulmate, and that is how it plays out sometimes. And then sometimes we actually stumble upon what this person is really meant to do in our lives and what they're meant to activate, you know. A lot of us are also needing so much cleansing and healing from these wounds and these disappointments, these letdowns. They can be monumental when you feel that you love someone that much. So let's just get into this and ask spirits of highest good to please show us, what is it that needs to be healed? What is it that needs to be cleared from this past trauma? What the trouble is really about. If you don't know me yet, I work a lot with ancestors, guides, archangels. Archangel Michael has spoken a lot during the twin flame and soulmate readings, and he's also giving me the go ahead to do more and more of those. So I have been uploading more of those. So when I hear and see during the reading, because I am clairaudient, clairvoyant since childhood, what happens is the tarot cards, they line up with what I'm getting, and the visual is there for you to see it as well. Okay. So I just explain it during the reading when I'm getting messages and seeing things, okay? All right, so what is it that still needs to be healed and cleared here? What is the trauma? How can these beautiful goddesses and masculine be helped here? How can the help come through? What needs to be seen here? Okay, the first thing I'm getting is that some of you are on social media and you're hearing and connecting to the wrong information and gossip. That's the first thing that I'm getting, even before I looked at the cards. Queen of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Okay, Queen of Wands is a lot of fire sign energy, a lot of passion and creativity. What I'm getting is that you took a blow to the feminine ego. The goddesses that are watching, you took a blow to your feminine ego. It's like your actual feminine ego, your goddess energy, it was sacrificed in this whole thing. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Like the relationship with your twin or your soulmate, it could have been kind of like a sham because you don't know this person's 100% true intentions, even though you love them. I'm sorry about my little spoiled dog, sorry. Even though you love this person so much, some of your beauty and creativity and your passion, it was sacrificed, and you took a big blow to your feminine ego, and it blocked some of your creativity. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's continue here. We've got the Three of Swords here. Okay, so for some of you, you know, and I'm not saying that it has to be gender specific if you're watching this. Some of you had such a heartache and such a betrayal, a feeling of betrayal and loss when your soulmate actually, you know, you discovered that they had someone else, or you discovered that they weren't willing to let go of this other person. I'm hearing spiritually, this was an intrusion. It was an intrusion into your relationship. Okay, it was an intrusion into the dream that you had of being together with your soulmate, and it caused very dramatic wounds here. Okay. Eight of Swords in reverse here. So the Eight of Swords, I'm glad to see this in reverse because it's really a release of mental restriction. So Spirit is trying to tell you, if you're watching this, you can start to let go of that mental imprisonment that you've been in. You've been obsessing, you've been wondering, you've been waiting. Yeah, you've been delaying your happiness. Spirit is saying you've been delaying your happiness over this past relationship, and you're entangled with it in such a way that you feel like you can't put it down. And if you put it down, you're going to let go of this important step in your soulmate or twin flame union. You can go ahead and release it. They're telling you that it's time to release this whole thing, okay, with this heartache. It's time to let it go. And Three of Swords often talks about timing. It talks about weeks, months, and years as well. Judgment. So this is the angel of the past. It's explaining to you that you had, because they're saying it very loud in my ear, karma. You had a karmic tie with this person in your past life. Okay, you had a karmic tie. They're blowing the trumpet. They're telling you, you know what? You had a karmic tie with this person, and some things you cannot fully understand here. Okay, you just feel it, you know it, and you feel this attachment to your soulmate or your twin. That's what they're explaining. Don't beat yourself up because you don't know every single thing that went on in a past life. Don't judge yourself every single time you have a reaction, because some of these things are based and rooted in a past life, okay? I'm also hearing marriage is involved in that. Devil in reverse here. So this is really, I don't think this is going to be too big of a blockage, but you may feel the after effects of this. The devil in reverse is all about releasing toxins, releasing an addiction, releasing some kind of drama, something you may have hid before. You may have judged yourself and said, wow, I can't even tell people how I really felt or what I did to attain this love, what I did to keep my soulmate or twin happy. This is like a release from that toxic energy, releasing it, just like the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're releasing something. So don't be so caught off guard if you start to feel that release come through. Just go with it and know that you're on your way to healing. It might not feel so good right at that time. Believe me. Believe me, Goddess is a masculine. I know how that can be. Trying to release something that you need to let go of. And you have to let go of it because if you don't, you will stay toxic. The body will literally start absorbing that toxic energy. You'll feel sick if you don't let it go. Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is about not being clear, not having the clarity, and it's starting to affect you mentally. I mean, if you don't have clarity and you don't understand something and you can't see clearly down the road, this will continue to bother you. So just know with something like this, okay, Spirit is telling me you're going to get the information. It's going to start to add up. You will be given this information, okay? How long will it be before you start to get this information? Okay, I'm hearing it's going to be very healing for you, and you're going to be out of this mental, emotional kind of debt. Okay, so you're going to get this information, and it's going to make things much more logical. It's going to be where you can start to make that choice you need to make. Okay, whether you decide to stay in this or not. It's really up to you. I can't tell anyone specifically that they need to come out of any kind of relationship unless there is mental abuse, unless there's emotional abuse, physical abuse, which I've had those kinds of readings where someone actually was being beaten. I mean, I've had those kinds of readings, and anytime you're involved in something that is that traumatic, you need help. You need help right away, and you need to value and love yourself and be safe immediately. Always, always. Okay, so we've got the King of Wands in reverse here. Well, King of Wands in reverse, I'm going to tell you, this is really the energy of someone running back and forth sometimes. This can be just like the Knight of Wands, okay? This is the King of Wands. This is someone who is very passionate, creative, even sexual and passionate. You may have been caught up into this. The whole thing with sexual addiction, especially with the devil in reverse here. The passion, the excitement, being very, very addicted to that. In reverse here, you've really got to watch this. Okay, so this could have been someone who really created some trauma and drama in your life from not ever choosing or from spreading their passion around. You know what I'm saying? That is something that we definitely have to watch out for. We have to protect ourselves and understand how that is when someone is actually intimate with you. Okay, I've done videos on that before, but I haven't done one in a while. When we have these physical, sexual, intimate cords with one another, guess what? Whatever is going on with that person spiritually, I don't care if this is your soulmate, your twin flame, you love them, okay? You can love them, right? But if they have toxic energy and if they have an entity attached to them, anything like that, it passes on to you. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's that deep. It actually passes on to you. Sometimes it'll root itself right onto you, and you need cleansing and to know how to free yourself from some of these things physically, mentally, and emotionally. Yes, it gets that deep. Six of Wands. Okay, so this is really talking about the aspect of recognition and wanting to be in a one-on-one relationship and being known and recognized as girlfriend and boyfriend walking down the street, married walking down the street. It's public. Okay, the Six of Wands, when I'm speaking on twins and soulmates, it always means that the two of you are recognized and known as being together as a couple. So possibly you didn't get this. Possibly this is something that still bothers you. For some of you, I'm seeing when you go to sleep at night, it is still causing you to think. When you get quiet, sometimes it still causes you to revisit that in your mind. It's causing social problems. That's what I'm getting. Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune in this deck, I love this deck, the Angel Tarot. It's the Angel of Destiny. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune in tarot is all about the wheel of life spinning, and sometimes it can spin in your favor. Okay. And I'm going to leave this reading here because this Wheel of Fortune can spin really good things in your behalf, in your favor. Okay. So you don't have to stay in the mindset with that Eight of Swords kind of energy, like you're imprisoned into this and there's no way out of it, or you can't ever expand your consciousness. Yes, you can, because this Wheel of Fortune can spin directly in your favor. Okay, so always remember that when there's a change coming, even if you've thought about leaving the situation and you're not sure how to go about it mentally or emotionally, things can go in your favor. I'm also hearing spiritually, it's time to invest in yourself. It's time to invest in yourself. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed that reading on some of the trauma and wounds and releasing those, because that is really coming straight from spirit. You know, when I read for people, I definitely want to give them the messages coming through from spirit. It can't be based on my own thoughts and my own ego, right? It has to come from spirit and higher guidance. That's the reason why I've always known and understood the shamanic way and the shamanic path, and using my clear channel abilities for you all, okay? Take care. My information is in the box below. I love you. Bye-bye.